Hello and welcome to Multiverse Tarot. Happy New Year, Sagittarius. I hope you had a great holiday and you're ready for the new year. This is the January Sagittarius horoscope and tarot card reading. This is good for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This month I'm doing things a little bit differently and there's a little different format, and I'm going to be pulling some more tarot cards. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. There's some great stuff coming in the new year. And some of you have asked, I am using the Rider-Waite deck of tarot cards. Okay, so what does the new year have in store? January 1st, there is a full moon in Cancer happening in your 8th house of mystery, sex, and transformations. Look for this to be a time to take care of joint finances, looking at everything financial, taxes, banking, stock portfolios, insurance policies. There is a good chance that you will be inheriting a piece of land at this time, most likely through your partner and through their family. For some of you, this is a time of suppressed memories to surface. Present relationships will reawaken earlier emotional patterns, and there is a need to delve into the past to uncover the roots of these problems. This is also a time when sex or intimacy could be sought primarily for emotional security or as a way of forgetting the struggles of the world. For some of you, this may be a time of caring for other people's money or for nurturing others through trauma and transition. Okay, let's pull a card regarding this full moon in Cancer for Sagittarius in the 8th house. Okay, and we have the Page of Wands. You are looking to start the year with a clean financial slate. You may have actually even spent part of the month last month getting your taxes for the new year ready and doing some rearranging of your financial picture in order to assimilate your money with someone else's money, most likely a business partner or a spouse of some kind. There is a bigger picture and a bigger reason why you did this, because you have designs and plans on the new year of keeping your mind focused on one thing, and that has to do with a career path that's super important to you. And you have been paying attention to this career. You have been working in this career for a while, but it's gonna feel like you're starting over again. This isn't the King, this isn't the Knight, this is a Page of Wands. Some of you could just be starting out in your financial life and beginning your job sector as you leave school. But this is indicating more of a second type of career or a restarting of the career. Okay. January 12th, 2018, Mercury is on the move. After being retrograde last month, this energy is much lighter. It is moving forward in your 2nd house of income and money. This is a new beginning regarding money. It is a time to initiate all financial letters and emails and to communicate with all the proper parties. Do not overlook any kind of communications at this time in regards to finances. Also, look to have a curiosity and an urge to understand the nature of the physical world. A small pebble found on the beach or a weird hair follicle on your arm could draw your attention and cause endless fascination. This is a time when you will be making money on 2 or more different fronts, usually through professions like selling, writing, lecturing, teaching, secretarial work, or the transportation industry. Now let's pull a card for Mercury. joining into that second house for Sagittarius. Okay. We have the Chariot card. It's time to put some thought and energy into your career sector. It's not really about your career, it's about money. It's about, this is the second house. Career would be more 10th house. This is about how you need to plug into the world in order to get more money. Maybe it's time for you to step on up and go to your boss's door and knock and say, hey, can I have a raise? For some of you, you've already done this and you're looking to get the action back. You're waiting for the response time back. Others of you are plugging in the energy into your career sector in a new way, and you have movement, okay? There's something that's started and you've gotten the ball rolling. So let's see where that energy takes you. But for this month, you are at the starting line and you are getting ready for for some kind of new pursuit or a rekindling of an old pursuit. January 16th, add one more celestial body to that second house of income and money. The new moon is happening in your second house as well, joining all these celestial bodies that are already there. We have Pluto, we have Saturn, we have the Sun, we have Venus, we have Mercury, and now we have the moon. This is bringing a spotlight to a new aspect of the energy we were just discussing. This theme is here to stay for at least 2.5 years for you. The Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon will be moving on. However, Pluto and Saturn will be staying here. The new moon in the second house. Okay, look to take emotional security from money and possessions at this time. Look to have a very sentimental attachment to objects, especially those inherited from family or linked with the memory of key people or situations in your life. This is also going to bring an extrasensory perception where you instinctively know what others want or need. A new business opportunity is coming to you, and it's time to see all of the gifts and talents that you can exploit in order to create an income, okay? Now, let's pull a card for this, for the new moon in the second house for Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Cups card. Okay, so there is a lot of people who look up to you. You are not really hurting for money, but you're thinking of like the longer term security of jumping in and working on, we're talking about the new moon here, okay? The new moon in your second house. You are ready for a fresh start, for a new beginning, but you don't want to begin at the bottom. You don't have to begin at the bottom because of your track record, okay? There is a place for you that's already been established where you're going to be put into a position of power, and there are going to be a lot of people who look up to you, but it's time for you to really step into these shoes and be the person that you want to be. And all of these planets here in your second house are giving you a lot of energy and a lot of push and a lot of drive in order to make this become the center stage of your life. Okay, so on January 18th, Venus moves into your third house of communications, neighborhoods, and siblings. Look for a fondness and appreciation of brothers and sisters. But for some of you, this could come out as sibling rivalry. Venus is bringing beauty to this sector. So look for things to stay on the light side and not get too confrontational. Look for people to generally be more open with you at this time. People find you charming and easy to get along with. Your communications will put you in touch with some really great people at this time. This is more about networking and promotion. This could lead to negotiating a deal. For others of you, look to be talking and speaking very well at this time. Your words are influential and taken seriously by those around you. Okay, now let's pull a card for Venus moving into this third house for Sagittarius. Venus in the third. Okay, we have the Four of Cups card. It's really difficult for you to put into words and images what it is that you really are looking to get out of your life right now. You have a wish and you want to see this wish come true, okay? And normally the third house is not a lot. It's all about talking and communicating, but it's not usually about networking. However, in this case, this is going to become all about networking. Who could give you a hand or offer you a handshake to somebody that you would like to meet? It's only going to take a couple phone calls and you are 4 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So, or whatever industry that you're in. I was making a joke on the Kevin Bacon game, but you're going to find multiple people who are going to be able to open a door and help you get this position. Some of you, you're actually going into a position that what your pursuit is going into becoming a teacher. And you're looking for the right avenue and the right person to open a door so that you can get into the school of your choice. There are 3 other places that are already ready and willing to take you. However, the place that you actually want to work is not responding to you yet, or there isn't an opening, and so you're looking for a way to gain some leverage. Not everybody's going into, this is a general reading, so not everybody's going into the teaching industry, but those who are going to who are working in public speaking or teaching are very highlighted in this house. Okay, so January 21st, the Sun is moving into your third house along with Venus. We have the Sun and Venus together here. This is more of the same energy we were just talking about. This is again bringing in a possible sibling rivalry and competitiveness that could rear its head at this time. But it shouldn't be too much to worry about. This is a time to honor your own thoughts, your own views, and your own perspective on things. It's a great time to learn a new subject. It will make you feel really alive. Or even in the exchange of information, this could bring you happiness in and of itself. There is a peace that comes with the Sun and Venus in the third. People find you clever and articulate, so go ahead and use your networking skills at this time. Okay, so we're going to pull a card now for that Sun in the third house for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups card. You are ready, willing, and able to walk away from the way that you have been doing things because it hasn't exactly brought you to the place that you want to be. There's nothing really wrong with what you were doing. In fact, it's more like, you know, you were an ice skater, now you're hanging up your skates and you're going to be in gymnastics now. That doesn't mean that you hate ice skating. Whatever this is that you're turning away from, maybe an old family tradition, you're ready and willing to do things more your own way. And the Sun is moving into Aquarius. You are looking at the seasons of your life and you are seeing the year of 2018 as a very important point for you to begin to do things different than the way that you did. And this is just so that you can come up with a different result for once. Okay, January 27th, Mars moves into Sagittarius and into your first house. The first house rules first impressions, the appearance, and fresh starts. Mars is giving you a great boost of energy here. Mars is invigorating you and pushing you to take action. No more contemplation. Mars wants real action. Mars is urging you to be the master of your own destiny. It's bringing you stamina, strength, and fight and independence. Watch out, because at this time, you could find your anger, your fury, or action that just leaps out. And before you can do anything about it, you've said it. Okay, this is a sort of a nervous energy that's going to come up with Mars in the first. Regular disciplined exercise, things along the lines of Tai Chi or karate or yoga, could actually help discharge some of the anger and tension you're going to feel with Mars in your first house. You're also going to find yourself becoming very angry at your appearance. Your appearance didn't do anything, and if you turn that anger on yourself, it's not actually going to take you to a positive place. So maybe go ahead and do some Tai Chi, and that will let out the nervous energy, and it's actually going to help improve your appearance as well. Okay, now let's pull a card for Mars in the first house for Sagittarius. Okay, we have Judgment. This is you judging yourself. You're not good enough. You don't make the right first impressions. Like, where is your fresh start? You don't do things right. Listen, you're making some choices and you're going to stick with them. And Mars is giving you the serious ability to follow through. Stay focused on that instead of judging your past behavior that's brought you to this crossroads. You're also going to be worried about how people are judging you because you're putting yourself out there in a new way. But that's okay. The Mars in the first is going to draw you to like working on your appearance. You're probably going to go get your hair cut and you're going to buy some new clothes and you're going to do the first fix them up that you can and set down that exercise routine, but you're not going to be ready to start that yet. But you'll start to make plans for it. What's most important is that you go ahead, and Mars is giving you an additional networking skill. You have so many things in your corner here to help you get your point across to whoever you want to get your point across to. January 31st, there is a lunar eclipse in Leo, happening in your 9th house of higher mind, international travel, and publishing. This is time for travel, adventure, fanciful dreaming, and philosophical pursuits. You have a strong desire to spend time with people from foreign places or to try exotic cuisine. For some of you, you will only be planning the travel at this time, and for others of you, this is when you take off and you go on your journey. There's another piece of this, and that is like your spirituality. Some of you are going to see a big surge going on in your religion and your spirituality, and to see that come and take center stage with this lunar eclipse. The 9th house also rules publishing and broadcasting. You could be publishing, self-publishing, or professionally publishing that book, or getting a new blog post out there, putting up a new video. Some of you simply want to push the limits of your mind at this time. This lunar eclipse is going to bring you vision, direction, and meaning to your life at this time. The bottom line is that the mundane won't do at this time. You want something extraordinary. Okay, now let's pull a card. That lunar eclipse in Leo in the 9th house for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands card. This is you finally crossing that finish line. And if it's a blog post, it's really complicated blog post, okay? Congratulations on the book, and go ahead, it's time to get it out there, okay? If this is you, if you are doing something within the spiritual pursuit, I see you actually achieving some sort of new level here. Maybe you're actually becoming baptized, or you're becoming inaugurated into the group in which you're studying. There's some sort of higher level that's taking you and bringing you in, maybe not into the inner circles, but it's bringing you into the fold, so to speak. And if this is you on your journey traveling internationally, you're going to have a really great time. But it's important that you stay on top of all the details, okay? There is no Mercury retrograde. There isn't anything to throw you off. You should have a lot of good energy on your side with the Sun and Venus leading you into that lunar eclipse. And this is all about you feeling the first pangs of victory that are going to be coming to you in the next coming months in your career and in your money sector, okay? All right, now that's like all of the alignments. Now we're going to pull some general cards. This first card is for your health and your energy for January 2018. Okay, hi kitty. So we have the 10 of Pentacles card. Your health and energy are going to be in a very spectacular place in January. In fact, look to have higher levels of energy than you've had for a while. You have focus, you have drive, you have charm, and you are ready to get out there in the world and to show the world exactly what you have under your arm, okay? And that is going to make your mental health soar to even higher length, higher position, and that is going to make your health surge in general, okay? Your health and your energy for January look really good. Now we're going to pull a card for your career and your money. You have so much going on. Your 10th house, your 2nd house, your 8th house, which is all about income, career, and other people's money. This is all the money of your life, really. Okay. For career and money, okay. You are at the beginning of a new career, okay? If it's something you've already been doing, it's been on a shelf for a while. Most of you, this is something new or rekindling, a serious rekindling in a totally new way. It's very important that you set down the foundations for what you're planning to build this month. There may be some things that you don't even fully see, a business banking account, something that some detail that you overlook in order to fully complete. There's something that you're selling. You're selling yourself. You're selling a skill. The money that comes in first is going to be a little smaller, but this could be a second income stream for some of you. And what's important is you're beginning for a future, okay? This isn't the end of the story yet, all right? Your career and your money is building this month into something new. Now we're going to pull a card for your family, love, and social. Family, love, and social for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the Justice card. Things that are happening in your 4th house in your 3rd house this month are bringing up issues and conflicts with a sibling or a sibling rivalry that has been there and active for quite a while. The high levels of which it's going to reach this month, it's going to be very bothered. It's going to bother you, okay? It's just not right. Something about this isn't right. It's not fair. You're getting the short end of the stick. And that's the reason why you're going to have some trouble letting it go. It's going to be something that you're going to easily be able to smooth over, whether it's with your sister or with your brother. Also, this month for your family, love, and social, it's time to put things exactly right with your partner. You're actually going to be a little overcompensating and doing things the way they want them. You want them to be satisfied this month. Justice. You don't want them to, it's time for them to get their due. It's time for you to put a little more emphasis on them, and you know that. And you're ready and you're willing to do that. Your social arena, look to be making up lunches and connections with people that you promised to do but didn't have time to fulfill in January. Okay, now we're going to pull a card for your mind and your spirit. Mind and spirit for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the Two of Swords card. Okay. Because of this split and moving into a second income stream, you're going to feel a little bit pulled in two directions. If you are beginning that new business this month, understand that you're not jumping from, you're not going from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5 seconds. You're going to go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 60 days, or, give yourself a little bit of space to understand that what you're building has long-term repercussions. Don't let yourself get depressed when the first 2 or 3 steps don't solve all the problems that are laid out in front of you. There's going to be that one thing that you overlook and you just didn't see it because you were pulled in this direction and that direction. It's not quite as bad as this card looks. You're actually going to be pursuing things with your intellect, and your mind and your spirit are actually going to be active if you are continuing religious or spiritual studies. Look to be a little bit confused as to whether this is the way for you. And when you make your advancement, you're still going to question that, but maybe that's partially what religion is about, finding that leap of faith that you can take. Well, there you have it. I want to say thank you so much for joining me this month, Sagittarius. Thank you to all my new subscribers. If you would like to subscribe to get your video for next month, or if you feel moved to share the video or to leave me a comment. A few people have been telling me the accuracy has helped them really pinpoint things in their life, which I really enjoy hearing that. Also, some of you have asked me about private readings. I am working on setting up a system for that, so look to have more information about that next month. For now, just continue to enjoy the free videos. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next month, Sagittarius.
Amish Buddha Filmworks.